Good afternoon. This is Adria, your Athens, Georgia Townie weather girl with a weather update for Athens, Georgia. Today is Friday, March the 14th. It's around 1:30 in the afternoon. And today is right now with temperatures around 70 degrees. We'll have a high temperature today of around 75, low temperature around 58 tonight. And tomorrow is the big day for severe weather across the southeast. So we all know that there's a massive system of storms that's going to be happening in Mississippi and Alabama starting tomorrow morning. Those storms are going to be off the charts, unprecedented. Looking at some of the model data this morning, this afternoon, there's literally no limit on how big these storms can get and how widespread they could be in those specific areas. It's going to be a very, very dangerous situation out there. What we can expect in the Athens, Georgia area is not that level of danger. We are not out of the risk area for a tornado, but we're not going to have that more widespread and elevated, potentially dangerous situation type tornadoes that our friends out west are going to see. So a couple different models we're looking at right now. This is the NAM 3K, so the noon run, the 12Z run. And we're looking right now at the composite reflectivity, and this is basically precipitation. And we can see the precipitation building into, according to this NAM 3K run, moving into Georgia around 1 o'clock in the morning. Coincidentally, if we go out and look at the significant tornado perimeter map around the same time, we can see that strong line of storms mostly is right middle of Alabama. So according to the NAM 3K data, the system is not going to move as quickly as previously thought. By the time the system does get into Georgia, it's going to break down pretty quickly and the energy is going to dissipate. You can see here around 12Z, that's going to be around 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's look at a SQT reading here. We're going to probably not find a lot of CAPE. There's only 57 CAPE value. There's nothing there, and there's a cap there, 70. No, it's a negative 76. So there's going to be a potential for some severe weather, but nothing in the way of tornadoes, according to the NAM. So that's one model run. The other model that a lot of us in the weather fields, weather bugs, meteorologists alike are concerned about is the HRRR model. This is a short-range model. It updates every hour, but main runs are going to be every 6 hours. And so we're going to look at data from the 12Z run, which came out still about an hour and a half ago. This is a composite reflectivity. Again, this is going to show precipitation. So we have, according to the HRRR, that band of precipitation is moving into Georgia around 9 o'clock at night. So the HRRR thinks it's going to start building in a little sooner than the NAM 3K does. Now, the concerning part is the tornado perimeter map right here. So earlier in the day, I really need to focus on talking slower. I'm just a fast talker. Earlier in the day in Mississippi, we can see that these systems are starting to build out, and you can kind of just see the pattern here. They're kind of spreading out and kind of little clumps here and there. Those are basically isolated, discrete cells, and those are the dangerous ones. And the fact that we have some areas right here that are showing up in dark brown is very concerning. We have CAPE values of 3,000 with very little to almost zero capping. So there's not going to require a lot of energy for a tornado to pop off. And there's probably going to be widespread tornadoes in that particular area. All right, so for us, what is concerning is that as we go forward in time, the system gradually moves eastward. It starts coming into the state, into our neck of the woods in Georgia, sometime around 10 o'clock at night. And by the time we get to around 2 o'clock in the morning is when we're going to start seeing the first sign of severe weather according to the HRRR model. So we're going to look at a reading right now, and we're going to see there's probably a tornado indicator. It is. We have not as much CAPE, though, only 500 CAPE, around 600 CAPE, and there's a little bit of capping, negative 54. So there's definitely potential there for a tornado to form in our area at this time. But what's really concerning, though, is like in Atlanta. Let's see if we can go down here and look at a sounding at this particular hour. In South Atlanta, just about an hour beforehand, they have cape values around 1,500, near 2,000, with very little capping. So that indicates there's going to be a potentially dangerous situation tornado. They call PDS tornadoes. So that's just literally an hour west of us. So that's a concern, and it's going to be around 1 o'clock in the morning. The RRR does update every few hours. So the hours that are the updates that are not at the 6 hour marks are going to be a little bit less data available, and we're not quite into the. Let me go back to one run right here. I apologize. So the furthest out we get right now is going to be around Saturday morning around 5 a.m. So it'll be later tonight that we start seeing what that's going to look like for us. But right now, I think right now we're going to be looking at the potential of tornadoes late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. What we're going to hope for is that the precipitation forms out in front of these main systems that come through. The more precipitation that falls ahead of these storms will be more energy that's used up and less cape available, less tornado fuel, if you will. So that's what we're going to be watching for, and we should all keep an eye on throughout the day, Saturday into the Saturday evening. Especially West Georgia is where we really want to see a lot of rain out in front of the systems to help tamp down the potential for these really potentially dangerous situation tornadoes from occurring. We'll want that, of course, for our area here in Athens as well. So we'll keep an eye on the rain throughout the day Saturday. I don't think right now there's not forecast to be rain on Saturday. So if we don't have any rain until these systems come through, then they're going to have a little more energy to work with. We are not out of the woods. There could be a tornado in our area. I don't believe if one did form, I don't believe there's enough energy in the atmosphere based on even the HRRR model data for it to be a potentially dangerous situation tornado. I don't think if the tornado did form, I don't think it would be on the ground for very long, and I don't think it would be a very strong tornado. That's not to say that we won't have a squall line situation. When this does come through, we'll come through more like in a linear line of storms. We'll have very strong damaging winds. We'll have heavy rain, thunder and lightning, maybe some isolated hail here and there as well. So we'll do another video update more than likely later tonight or tomorrow morning. And we'll gauge where we are then with regard to timing. For now, that's all I have for you. Have a really good afternoon, and be weather aware as you go into tomorrow. Again, make sure you have a weather app installed on your phone. If you have friends that live especially towards West Georgia and the Alabama area, and if they happen to live in a mobile home, get them the heck out of that mobile home and invite them to your house to spend the night. If you wind up getting a notification on your phone, and that could be for us here in Athens too, of a potential incoming tornado, you want to have a tornado safety plan, and that involves getting to the lowest level of your house into an interior room away from doors and windows. And you want to just if you've got a bathroom in the very middle of the house somewhere, pile into that bathroom and cover yourselves up with blankets, whatnot, and ride it out. You'll know if a tornado is passing nearby because it'll sound like a freight train. So your ears might start popping as well as the low pressure drops. So that's it. That's all I have for you right now. We'll do another video update again, maybe tonight, but more than likely tomorrow morning, and we'll go from there. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you next time.